What is up, folks at home? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going underwater. We're going to talk all about the new line of Zman Swimbaits. They've gone all out in their swimbait game. We got a bunch of swimbaits to check out, so we're going to go underwater, check out these swimbaits, see their action, see how I'm going to rig them, see where I'm going to catch fish with them. Let's go! Alright, starting off here we have the Zman Shadtron line through. This is the 6-inch bait. I really enjoy throwing the 6-inch soft plastic swim bait early in the spring. Zman has done an amazing job with this bait. Number one, it looks super clean and realistic. Number two, it's got that vortex tail on it, and the line through capability of this bait really is putting it over the top. It's got a nice wobble. It's slow speeds, as you can see. It's got that head shake and wobble. Things are going on there that look really clean. Also, I love the transparency of this bait. It's moving through the water, nice, giving a nice flash and wobble. The faster you reel it, the faster that tail is going to kick. It's not blowing out. Here I'm reeling it at a pretty good speed and it is not blowing out at all. So this is a bait that you can burn. You can also drag bottom with this bait. I also like it that it has the wire harness option on the bottom. You can add a kick or treble to it if you want to. If you're reeling it high in the column, it's going to look nice and clean, but they did a really nice job with this line through bait. I like the head wobble. I like the tail kick. This is really going to be a game changer when bass are on shad, and it's going to be super tough and durable for those pike and muskie. Next up here, their other harnessed bait, you have the Hercules swim bait at 3 inches. This bait is a pre-rigged bait. It's small, but it's got a nice side-to-side head wobble and flash. This bait is going to excel when fish are in a neutral mood, and you really need to be able to target them with a subtle swim bait. But it has a good lively kick. It has a good body roll. This is a great scoping bait. This is a great moping bait, also with a vertical line tie on it. I really like this when you have to bump bottom because it's got that wire harness there that you can make noise on rock. On a rock bottom, that metal is going to sound off and clack, unlike other swim baits. This one's going to be a game changer for those saltwater guys really looking for a durable swim bait that comes in a nice compact package. Super excited about this one for schooling bass also, as it's going to be durable and you can get it back into the school right away to catch more fish. Next up, we have the 3.3-inch Mulletron by Zman. This bait is going to be a multiple use bait. One, it's a vortex tail swim bait in a 3-inch package, which means that it is a super subtle kicking swim bait. It also pairs up really well with the 1/8 ounce upgrade jig head, and as you can see, it comes through cover really well. A lot of times swim baits are too active in clear water, as you see here. The Mulletron does a good job at being super subtle but also being realistic. This was a saltwater bait that's going to do a lot of work for me in smallmouth waters or in waters where the water is really clear and the bass are wary. There's not too much tail kick, there's not too much body roll, so it is a great aside from all of the boot tail swim baits that you see thrown at bass. Plus, that upgrade jig head gives it a nice steady kick and wobble, and this bait is going to catch 500 fish and still be ready to go. That Elastec material from Zman also gives you another advantage in this bait, as it is going to be a very good Ned rig bottom contact swim bait. As you can see here with the upgrade jig, it literally stands up like a Ned rig on the bottom. This is a swim bait that can be bottom fish when you pair it with the upgrade. Literally, it is designed to catch 1,000,000 fish and keep on kicking and stand up on the bottom. Proof is in the pudding here. You can see that bait standing up vertically on the bottom. This is a Ned rig capable swim bait that really can be a game changer and do a lot of things well for you. Next up here, you have the MinnowZ, and this is the 3.3-inch version. This is your workhorse swim bait. It's on the upgrade 1/8 ounce jig head, and as you can see, it's got a beautiful rock in motion on it. Literally, this bait is your go everywhere, do everything swim bait, and you're going to be able to catch 500 fish on this bait, and it ain't going to go anywhere. It's going to stay pinned on that upgrade jig head. Zman material is durable but can still give you that rocking action that you're looking for. This looks just like a Kitech would look, just like a Fatty Z would look, just like any kind of swim bait would look, but it's going to be more durable and stay on the hook longer. I'm really looking forward to these baits in warm water. They're going to be a go everywhere, do everything swim bait. I really like the rock on this. Pairing it with the 1/8 ounce head allows you to fish it just about anywhere, and you can pause this, you can shake it, you can flip it, you can do all kinds of stuff, and you can catch all kinds of different species of fish on this. It's a go everywhere, do everything presentation. I like the colors that Z-Man has done. This sungill color right here reflects in the water really nicely and gives you an extra kind of bioluminescent factor on there. The fin on the top helps stabilize the bait a little bit, while that Upgrade jig head allows you to get maximum action out of the bait. You can see that it's very realistic. I love transparent baits that kind of glow in the water like this. It gives them that extra pop and feel, and it feels more real to fish as they're swimming through the column and chasing this bait, committing to it. Up next, you've got the bigger 3.5 to 4 inch version of the MinnowZ, and it looks just as good on that 1/8 ounce jig head, and this just looks like a very realistic, real looking swim bait to throw in a lot of different situations. I'm super excited about being able to throw this bait this year. Next up is the first Z-Man swim bait that I ever threw. It's the Diesel Minnow. This is the 4 inch version in that white ice color, and let me tell you, this bait has some pop and shine to it. It also has a beautiful roll on that jig head. Really, this is a bigger upsized swim bait where you're going to generate more bites from bigger bass, but it doesn't lose the feel of that 3.3 inch swim bait. 4 inch, just another way to target different fish. It's a little bit narrower of a body on the Diesel Minnow. A lot of guys threw this as a chatterbait trailer, but it has plenty of action on this Upgrade jig head. You can see the wobble and flash there of this bait. I really like that in a bait, and a lot of soft plastics don't do that well. Z-Man has found a way with this bait to really give that pop and flash on that color pattern on that Upgrade jig head. It just looks killer. And here on a 1/4 ounce head, you have the 5 inch version of the Diesel Minnow. This is a bigger swim bait. I'm going to throw this in the summer on the ledges. That Upgrade gives it a killer body roll in action. You can see that major back and forth action on the head right there. That jig design is killer for this bait. If you want to throw these baits effectively and catch a lot of fish on them, you want to throw it on the right jig head. But a 5 inch swim bait here gives you the ability to call to those bigger fish, to generate bigger bites with no loss of action on that jig head. A lot of times this bait can be used as a search bait to call out those bigger fish, plus the positive buoyancy means it's going to stand up on the bottom, it's going to look good. But the cool thing about these baits and these jig heads, they were designed to go together. Literally, you cannot pull this bait off of that jig head. You almost need a knife to get them off. That's how sticky these jig heads are, and they keep that bait on there. It's bang for your buck. If you're fishing Z-Man, you're looking at $3, $4 a pack for baits with an Upgrade jig head that are going to last you 20, 30, 40, 50 fish without messing up. Literally, these are going to be a big cost savings and a big upgrade to what you are already fishing. And if you can put functionality with cost savings, that's a win for anglers in my book. You should check these things out. They're really going to make a difference in your pocketbook and your tackle bag.
Folks, I hope you learned a lot today talking about swim baits. The action on these Z-Man baits is clean. They've got a bunch of different applications, from using the Mulletron like a Ned rig to swimming it around in that vortex style tail, to the Diesel Minnow, to the Minnow Z, just that subtle, nice kick. Once again, Ebb N Flow jigs are built to hold Z-Man baits. Dave designed these as a saltwater guide and captain to hold Z-Man soft plastics. These baits literally will not come off the hook. They are straight up pinned. So head over to Ebb N Flow Outdoors, pick up some Z-Man swim baits from Dave, pick up some jig heads from Dave, and throw the big bait. When in doubt, throw a big bait. You're gonna catch a bigger fish. You might not get as many bites, but swim baits are designed to help you get catches. So if you guys like today's video, give us a like, subscribe, let us know what we can do to make this channel better. We'll see you next time, folks.